Minister for Human Services in South Africa. Welcome to Congress. Your Excellency. No, my dear. How are Thank you very much. Please be seated. I'm leading a delegation, South African delegation, led by the Minister of Human Settlement. Means he's in charge of housing and urban development in South Africa. They are on a 3-day visit to Ghana to hold bilateral talks with officials of Ministry of Works and Housing, of which, as you know, I'm the minister. So we've been having meetings since last Wednesday. We had the opportunity to pay a courtesy call on the president, and she said about our king. She thought it was to also come here and pay her respects. South Africa, the king knows very well. They've made major strides in the area of housing, and we are taking a lot of inspiration from them. So we are working hand in hand with them so that we can also learn from their experiences in terms of institutional framework and incentives they offer for affordable housing. That is the reason why we've been having the bilateral talks. On Wednesday, we signed a letter of intent to work together with the hope to sign soon a memorandum of understanding that will chart a way for us, a way for us to work together so that we can benefit from whatever it is that they've done for the good people of South Africa. So she's here today together with the delegation and of course the High Commissioner to South Africa to pay homage to the king. That's why we're here today. So, Nana, as I already indicated, Honorable Minister Mamoloko Kubai is the Minister for Human Settlement. She's been Minister for Energy before, Minister for Tourism, Minister for Communications, and in the very difficult period of COVID-19, she acted as Minister for Health. She is the chairperson in charge of economic transformation of the ANC party, and also head of the Women's League in the ANC. Very prominent political figure in the ANC, and she's heard a lot about you. In fact, it was during her time as tourism minister that she initiated the move for Ghana and South Africa to have visa free. And it is so interesting that during her visit, it has also coincided with the time that this free visa arrangement has been successful, and thanks to God, November 5th, it will take effect. So it's a very symbolic visit as far as South Africa and Ghana's relations are concerned. So that's the minister. Want to say something?
Minister Assessor Boakye. Greetings to His Majesty and the leadership that is here. I am Minister from South Africa, leading a delegation. We arrived to look at best ways to collaborate between ourselves as South Africa and Ghana. I'm leading a delegation of government and business people, so that we can be able to find better ways to working in the human settlement space. We're doing work around, as the Minister has said, social housing, what we call affordable housing, for most of our population. As you know, all of us have been having growth in population, especially people moving to urban areas. So you find that there's a lot of people staying in informality. So we're looking how best to improve where people stay, but also stay with dignity. And the partnership, we do believe, between us and Ghana will yield positive results in growth in terms of our economies, but also ensuring that people can be able to have work and again live in better conditions. So we are committed in the partnership, the bilateral relations between ourselves and the government of Ghana, but more importantly as part of working together to build the Africa that we want for us Africans, by us Africans. So we do believe that it is very important. There's quite a lot of work that we are doing, and we do believe that it will be quite fruitful. We are looking at signing the MOU, as the Minister said. We are hoping that the delegation will be in South Africa. If it's confirmed, we will sign before the end of the year. But if not, we'll find a way, myself and him, to sign, because we do believe that it will be mutually beneficial for our people in South Africa and the people in Ghana. So with those, we just want to thank you for welcoming us, allowing me and my delegation to come and pay courtesy visit, as we did with the President, and allowing us to be able to experience this beautiful country and the beautiful region. Thank you very much.
Your Majesty, also with us is the High Commissioner from South Africa to Ghana, someone that I believe you know very well, High Commissioner Grace Mason. A member of his delegation, a member of their delegation is also a traditional ruler in South Africa, but he's a head of one of the agencies under the minister. Your name, I want to introduce you to your name. Please. Wilson Gome is a traditional ruler and a public servant, so you want to bow to the greeting. You wanted to say something?
Your Majesty, my minister has already spoken, and protocol dictates that for mine is just to continue to thank you for gracing us. May God continue to bless you, and may He continue to grant you more wisdom and long life. Thank you.
I thank you very much for this visit, Honorable, and through my minister and your affable High Commissioner, who during her duty tours has done so much to bring Ghana and South Africa together.
Sure.
To do me the honor of bringing you here for a courtesy call. I know that you came to me, the minister, your counterpart, to talk about human settlements and low-cost housing.
Sure.
But the desire to come inland to Kumasi to see us brings me so much gladness to believe that South Africa and Ghana are building together in the South-South cooperation, and also as one family we need to collaborate together to be able to develop the African continent together.
Sure.
These are some of the collaborations that I believe will help us to attain the development that we want for our people. There's no gainsaying the fact that South Africa is advanced in economic development as compared to Ghana.
Sure.
Even though we are all developing countries. And we stand to learn more from you, and you also stand to learn more from us here.
Sure.
So that is how, and I'm sure the affable Minister for Works and Housing here, in whom I'm well pleased, I'm sure during your discussions must have gone through so much that we all need to look at.
Sure.
And therefore, your visit and this collaboration, I look forward to seeing it develop further. And when having brought your team and businessmen here, I'm certain that they would also meet the team and businessmen in construction, housing, and everything here.
Sure.
I'm sure he goes through so much in terms of flooding and infrastructure. And if we can collaborate to learn from your side also what can help him. Because when it gets to the rainy season, he's found wanting at times. He's always finding ways to solve the flooding situations and everything. So it affects human settlement also.
Joe.
So we all learn the technology and everything, which is much more advanced here in terms of that, would also be something that I believe strongly that we can. But in terms of real estate development also, private sector development, here in Ashanti, for example, lands are available without any problems at all. So that easily comes in if we want to invest, and therefore, if investors are here to get into real estate development, then we can offer the lands for them to develop hardly, and therefore will also inure to the benefit of them and then to the benefit of us. In terms of equity participation and everything there, where the land could be used as equity and then the investor can also build, and therefore it's a win-win situation. And really that all would inure to the benefit. So we think that this is a start. It's been long for South Africa and Ghana to be part, even though we've been talking about liberation and everything. But this is the time for us to now come down to it, to say that realistically, we carry our future in our own hands.
Sure.
For that anything that we can do in the best way to develop our people and to learn from each other, it will inure to the benefit of us and Africa together. So I wish that during your tour here, you and your colleague will be discussing various issues that would be inure to the benefit of all of us, and I look forward to see the outcome.
Sure.
Not in terms of photo shoot, but realistic development, where I would realize that investors from South Africa is coming here, people here are also coming to South Africa.
Sure.
To also develop, and so I thank you for this visit, and I am sure he will look after you very well to look at it. Thank you. And all
Sure.
of you, I thank you very much for coming.
Sure.